Yo, yo, yo. What's up, what's up? Welcome back. Today we're working on my x86 operating system titled StreamOS, the fitting name of it's a operating system that we developed on Stream. Hooray. And what we're working on today is we want it to run Doom. So what do we have right now? We have like an operating system, and if I type the magic incantation, I get a virtual machine. Right now, we've only ever booted it in QEMU. This is like a simulated VGA output, so this is like what we would see on our monitor if we booted this on real hardware and it actually fucking worked. We have like, ooh, crash. I've got to figure out what the hell that is. But we have this like mouse movement, moves this paddle. He plays like this brick breaker game. I can also do like keyboard control. I have like logs, so these are coming from serial output. So like the operating system logs a serial, the virtual machine goes like, oh, I see serial output, I'm gonna put it in the console. And we also have like a web stack. So let me see if I have like a browser open here. If I go here, I say like hello from StreamOS kernel, and I can like punch stuff in and it sends it back. And our logs indicate like, yeah, we sure did get that thing. We have like multi-core. We have like concurrency. We're using like Rust's async await model to handle doing like running the web server and the game at the same time. We have like clock support, USB for the mouse, PCI for USB and Ethernet. We have like interrupts, unit tests, logging, just like we're starting to like have like a thing that does something. We have no like user space or anything yet, so we're not like running programs. But we have like kind of the core of like, if I wanted to write a like web service or something, we could do that. We couldn't store anything anywhere because we have no storage, but we could like, we could run a web server. And what we want to work on today is Doom. So this guy on YouTube, into the comments, he was like, can it run Doom? And I was like, damn, he's right. If I can't run Doom, I'm not a real operating system. And no, like everyone will laugh at me. So that's the goal for today, is see if like what we can do to like get Doom running in the kernel. We're not going to like make a program that launches on our operating system. Instead, we're going to integrate it directly into the kernel, and we'll just replace like this. We really have to fix that bug. That's fucking annoying. And we have to fix this this game. Replace this game that's just like Brick Breaker. We're going to try to replace this with Doom and see what happens. So I found this project when I was Googling, how do you port Doom to an OS? I found this project, doomgeneric, which basically just makes implementation of Doom for a system a lot easier. Like all you have to do is like they've abstracted away most of the stuff into like these few functions. And the idea is that like hopefully if I just like implement these guys, compile this project, stick it into like link it to my kernel, and implement these functions in terms of like what my kernel implements, hopefully it just works. That's the goal. So I guess the first thing to do is just clone it, and I guess we'll say we are done our intro and we're starting to work on actually doing it. Okay. So what are we doing? We're going to clone this guy. And I guess we're going to check out a Doom branch here, because this probably isn't going to be integrated into the final project. Maybe it will, right? Maybe we can like bundle like an open source Doom WAD in with this guy, and then it's safe, because like the normal Doom assets aren't free to distribute, but maybe like we can find a version that is. Anyways, we're gonna add this guy as a submodule, I guess. Git submodule add doomgeneric. Is found locally with remotes. Oh, oops. I think that I did like a quick little check to see if I could like build and compile this before, and I think that I left some like crap lying around. So I think I'll just force it. Maybe I throw this after add force. There we go. And here we have doomgeneric. Let's make sure that's in a clean state. Cool. And what do we have here? We have like a bunch of C files, some implementations for different platforms. So these guys all convert the generic stuff from platform specific into Doom generic stuff. Lots of C files and some make files. So like if we were going to build for Linux, where am I? Make-f makefile. I think this is what we would do. Clang no such files or directory. So if we set the CC compiler to GCC, here we go. So this is like what we would do if we were building for Linux. Let's see if we can like, I guess we should like test that this actually works. So he's missing xlib. So I just have to add some like NixOS packages. I just need to get X11 stuff in here. So where does this come from? I don't want Python xlib. I want like normal xlib. X dot xlib libx xlib NixOS. Where do I get this guy from? Someone's gonna just pull in. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Zorg.libx11. Okay, let's just kind of start smacking these guys in here. So we'll say, I'm going to open a new shell that has access to these guys. And hopefully I don't need to do this too many times. It's kind of annoying when you have to pull in a lot of these things, but let's just check. Okay, so that's fine. And if I run Doom generic, what do we get here? We get a window. He doesn't have any of the WADs, so I guess we have to pass in a WAD. I don't have one, but maybe we pull in free Doom WAD for now. If I remember correctly, it's been a while, but I think that this is an open source, like, it's not Doom the game, but it's Doom enough because it, like, runs. How do I say this? It's not real Doom, but it runs on the Doom engine, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so we'll just stick this over where we cloned our shit. So we're in work, StreamOS, Doom generic, and I'll just drop this guy here. And here we go. Okay, so we have a thing. Okay. So we can open the game, and if we play it, can I like move? I can move with the arrow keys, no mouse support. Can I ask for mouse support? That's interesting that the mouse, okay, no mouse. It's funny because I actually spent a lot of time implementing USB so that I could work with mouse, like a USB mouse, so that I could play this game. And it'd be pretty funny if this game just didn't implement like mouse support. It does say mouse sensitivity, so what up with that? Doom generic help. Nope. Someone's got to tell me. Is there like an option to enable the mouse? Xlib mouse. Maybe the Xlib version just doesn't implement. Yeah, it looks like he might just not implement mouse support. Let's see. So he has add key to queue. So on every frame, he like looks up XKey codes. But yeah, it doesn't look like he's looking up mouse, which is kind of annoying. But maybe we can implement that ourselves later. That's not the end of the world, maybe. As long as the Doom generic thing allows us to pull in mouse. So let's see if we like open the README. Does he tell me that we're gonna have mouse support? DG get key. So where does this guy come from? DG get key. I'm assuming somebody should tell me what the key types are in here. I guess he just has these like key defines somewhere, probably in doomgeneric.h maybe. Oh, doom keys. Nice. So they have keys. Do they not have mouse support in this? If not, that's like a bummer because I spent so long on mouse support. Yeah, maybe not, eh? Mouse. Oh, I do have events that can come from the mouse. But maybe they don't come from... Maybe Doom Generic doesn't implement that. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyways, I guess we'll just start moving, and if we need mouse later, we can always try to implement it later ourselves. Yo, what's up? Okay, so I guess the first thing to do is integrate this into the build in some way. So I think we can just start making a build script that pulls in all of the C files that are compiled when we build the generic Doom. Then we'll see where like compiler and linker errors start happening and figure it out from there. So I think there's like a section here called build dependencies for things that we want to things that we want to pull in from external libraries, but we don't want them at like runtime, just at build time. Can you though? Can I? I'm assuming that's about can I implement mouse support later? I mean, sure, we got the code. Worst case scenario, like it looks like there's mouse support in the engine to some extent, and we just have to like find the way to hook it up. I'm sure it's possible. So what I want to do is I want to pull in this like CC crate, which is like he's basically handling some of the like stitching. Can I run Doom? Oh no, that's what we're working on. We can't run Doom. And so that's what we're working on, is we're going to try to make it run Doom today. Okay, so we're going to pull in this like CC crate. And what he does is he like just does like some of the pain in the ass work of like stitching together object files that you've compiled with your C compiler and sticking them in Rust. So I think if I do this, I have access here to my C compiler. I'll have to set it up to use the cross compiler that I'm using to build for my operating system, but it looks like this is probably what I want. So I want to construct a new builder, add some files, and compile it as a library. And then I hope that this automatically handles like asking it to link to my kernel. I'm not 100% sure about that, but we'll see. And what I probably want to do is I just want to pull in all of these files except for the xlib implementation, because we're not going to use xlib. And I think that we can say let C files equal to, and I guess we just paste this guy in here. And we iterate over every file in this list, and we say we're going to put it in quotes and replace the O with a C. There we go, and we can just like do that like 30 times or something. I guess I'll just spam this until I get what I want. Okay, so these are all C files now, and then I have to replace quoted spaces with quoted commas. There we go. And there, cool. That's all of the files that we need to compile. Which means that here I think we can just put in like files, C files. I think we'll have to double check if that's the API. It's probably something like that. cc docsrs. Can your VS Code do that? I'm sure. I used VS Code for a while. Pretty sure I've done, like, I used to use a Vim plugin for Visual Studio Code, and it did, like, a lot of what I wanted to do. At least the, like, search and replace. You could definitely construct a search and replace that works for that. Anyways. I don't know. I'm of the opinion just use whatever you want to use. I'm sure that Visual Studio Code, you could work almost as efficiently. Files. Okay, so here I pass in files, and it's something that converts into an iterator of paths. So I think, yeah, I think that should work. So if I cargo build, it's getting mad because that file doesn't exist. Which makes sense because all of these guys need to be prefixed with doomgeneric. So here we'll say let C files equals C files into iter map the value into like doom generic, and then the file. So I guess we'll just do format and pass in value. And we'll collect, I guess we don't need to collect this because this API for the build accepts an iterator, so I think that's fine. So let's see, can we build? Okay, cool, so we're building the files, and then I just remembered that we have to set our compiler to be i686 elf GCC. There we go. Okay, so this is about where I got to yesterday, off stream. Just to like, I wanted to make sure that like the thing I was pulling in was buildable, so I cheated a little bit, just a little bit. And what we see here is that we're missing like the standard library, which makes sense, right? We've like built our cross compiler in a way that says like, hey, I don't have an operating system, so like you don't have functions like printf, right? Because like that requires an operating system, and so like we've built with like, the standard library completely. And so I think what we have to do is we have to like implement at least a subset of the standard library. And like where does strings.h come from? Where is it like? Is this considered part of POSIX? Is this considered part of like the C? The Linux implementation of this interface may differ, or the interface may not be implemented by Linux. So I can never remember like which part are part of the C standard, which part of POSIX, but there's like some things that we might want to do. How do I say this? Some things like memcopy. Those don't depend on the operating system, but some things like printf do. And so the question is like, where do we draw the line between what we're going to implement and what we're not going to implement as part of our operating system? And for the purposes of this, I think, fuck it, whatever, we'll just implement anything that we need to implement. But if we were going to do, like, in the future, we will have to think about how much do we want to implement ourselves, right? Because if I were to, like, try to look up, like, I think it's libc in the OS Dev Wiki. They have, like, examples here of, like, what you could do. And you can pull in, like, something like Musul. But when you look at like what's in Musul, have I cloned this already? This is like a really useful reference sometimes. No, I haven't. But when you like look at something like Musul, can I just git clone this? No, I have to clone this link. Give it a sec. When you look in here, if you look at like, I don't know, look for something like write. These are implemented in terms of like syscalls. Syscall h bits. Syscall h. Oh, that's not helpful. Anyways, these are implemented in terms of like syscalls, and so we can't just use Musul unless we were to like write like a Linux compatibility layer. And so like there's different libraries that we could pull in, and we would have to like evaluate which ones which ones require specific operating system interfaces, which ones are maybe implementing only subsets that you don't need the operating system for. But for now, I think in the spirit of this stream and embracing not invented here syndrome, I think we'll just implement whatever we'll just we'll just start writing the code that we need to make the thing work and see where that gets us. Okay, so this guy's complaining no strings.h. So presumably we should add some includes somewhere for our like fake libc. So I guess we'll just do like, I'll make an include folder, and I guess we'll just touch, or we'll edit include strings.h, and I think we can just like man strings.h and just yoink what it says we are supposed to implement, which is this. I think I don't know if pragma wants pragma once. I can't remember. This is like a way to avoid fucking up my include guards. I can't remember if this is valid in C or only C++. Is this like a GCC thing, or is this all pragma once? In the C and C++ programming languages, it's non-standard but widely supported pre-post directive. Okay, yeah, okay, we'll use pragma once. Only CPP, but how come, like here it says in C and CPP? I guess we'll see. It'll become clear if it doesn't compile. I guess I don't, yeah, and I guess if it's GCC only, I also don't really mind. Okay, so what's happening if we build again? So I need to add this include to the build thing, so we'll look at build rs, oops, which is here, and we'll just add, I think, include, like this. Okay, and now it's bitching about int types.h, so we'll just do the same thing, where presumably this guy's going to tell me what we need to define. So he says, I shall include the std int header. Okay. So we'll edit include int types h, and we'll say pragma once include std int.h, and it shall define the following. That's a lot of things. I'm just going to ignore this for now because we don't have to implement everything perfectly. We just have to implement it for this compile. And we also need std int.h because it says that's needed. So what does this guy say? He needs these guys. Pragma once. And what's the way we implement this again? We say like typedef. I can't remember if typedef is source, like the source type dest type, or the other way around. I just want like an example. Int, so it's the source, the mapped to, mapped from. So this is car goes to this. This is short goes typedef short is an int16. Typedef int is this guy. Typedef unsigned car is a uint8. Unsigned short is this. And unsigned int is this. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. Fuck it. Probably we could get away if we did like everything as an int. I bet you that would like still maybe work, but that's fine. Okay, so if we build now, what's the story? So he's mad that strings probably was supposed to include standard def. Shall define size t, shall define locality. Oh, interesting. Who's actually using this guy? Do I need to implement, like, who is using this guy? Strings.h. Doom type. And what is he using from here? Is he just getting, Like, why is he even including this? Oh, because doom type. Maybe he's only looking for size t. Because he's claiming that strings h defines size t. So let's, I guess, start by commenting all these out and seeing what he complains about. Someone's complaining about standard io.h. That makes sense. So we'll include stdioh, and let's look at what that guy wants to implement. Yo, what's up? This guy defines a lot. I guess let's start maybe by just stubbing him out and seeing what the Doom game bitches about when he doesn't see it. Okay, Doom def. So he's saying string.h doesn't exist. What is string.h? Is that different than strings.h? Ah, string.h is the interesting one. This is the, so almost certainly we're gonna want to implement a lot of these, right? Like they're almost certainly using memcopy, memmove, and stuff in here. But we'll just again stub it out for now. Just because I want to see, I only want to implement what I need to implement, you know? Okay, so what's he complaining about? So these are a lot of warnings, but presumably there are errors too, right? Error occurred running this command. I guess it's easiest to just copy paste this and look at the output myself instead of trying to parse what he says. And he's missing std error, which I think is probably an stdio. Yeah, so he defines a standard error input and output stream, which probably need a file type if I remember correctly. Pointer file objects. Yeah, okay. So let's just start there, I guess, where we'll say define std error, std out, and std in as 0, 1, and 2, and I guess we'll say type def file. Maybe we'll just like make a struct file and say that we're like forward declaring it. I doubt we need like the implementation of it. And I guess it would be kind of nice to look at what like a normal implementation of std in, std out, and std error are. So can I look at like CPP reference for what the hell std error is supposed to be? Hello, where is it? Std error. Oh, here we go. Expression of type file star associated with the error output stream. I see. So they say define these guys as something. Sure. So I guess what we can just do is we can just say file star std out, std error, and std in, and these guys should end up as like, we'll just say that they exist in the binary somewhere, and these will get like linked in later. So hopefully that at least dodges the compile error, which looks like it does. We're missing size t's, unknown type name file. Oh, so we need to struct type def file struct file. Is that how this works? Is that right? I think that's probably right. So he's bitching that size t's don't exist. Unknown type name file. Size t comes from standard def.h. So here in standard def include standard def.h, you define a size t. I think. Let's see. Size t. Yep. Okay. So we'll just say type def size t is like probably a long or something. Type def. Well, pragma wants this. And and just start trying to compile again. So he still doesn't have size t, probably because I think, oh, what file is this again? This is in ammap.c. So he includes, he's probably expecting it to come in through strings or something. So I guess in strings.h, I think I saw in the man page for strings h, it says that they have to define size t, so this guy will just include studdef.h, which will probably make this get farther. So now he's only complaining about file star not existing, which is not because he didn't include standard.io.h. So who else is supposed to define file? Maybe string.h? No. Zone.h. Who does he includes stdio? Oh, okay. Which I'm supposed to have. Oh, but I didn't write this here. Didn't I define file here? Struct file. Where did I write this? Oh, I wrote this in string. This is just in the wrong spot. All of this is supposed to be in standard input output. Oops. Alright, let's go ahead and compiling this again. So he doesn't like that I put a colon here instead of a semicolon. And it looks like we compile. Okay. Cool. So there's a bunch of implicit declarations here that we need to sort out. Looks like we're missing snprintf, memset, fprintf. Okay. So here we can start looking at man stdio.h and printf. So we're looking at fprintf. What else did we see? I don't remember already. We need fprintf, memset, snprintf. Okay, so we need this guy. And in string.h, we need memset. Well, okay. Oops, I wanted to check this specific compile, and so he's still mad because there's an unknown type size t. I thought we fixed that. Oh, but now stdio.h needs to include standard def for the size t define. There we go. Okay, so now this file compiles, and hopefully, okay, we're seeing other files fail now, but that one gets done. So let's just keep going through the process of figuring out what we're missing. So we're missing include standard lib.h, and all right, so he's got a bunch of functions that he supposedly defines. I guess we'll just see which ones we're missing when we compile. So I misspelled pragma as per usual. So we're missing null is what they want from here. Standard def. So I guess here we'll look at what they asked for of null. So it needs to cast to void star and be 0. So we'll just say what, like define null as a cast to void star of 0. All right, so that one compiles. Nice, we're getting farther. We're getting farther. What's this guy complaining about? ctype.c. So one, he's complaining that snprintf isn't there. Oh, he's got conflicting types. So I guess instead of copy pasting whatever we copy pasted from this header, we should copy paste this. Why is this different? Oh, because size T definition is probably wrong. Long unsigned int. Interesting. So I guess say long unsigned int is the size T, I guess. That's weird. I wouldn't have thought that size T's are supposed to be unsigned. Oh, they are. I was getting size T and S size T mixed up. Okay, so that should improve that, and now we're just missing ctype.h. So we'll say ctype.h, we'll write it, we'll write pragma once, and he's certainly going to bitch about something. Lots of stuff. So implicit definition of strlen. Where does he come from? String.h. So we'll just stub this guy out. What else is he bitching about? He's complaining about stir case comp, stir dupe, stir comp. So these are probably all coming from string.h. And so we have stir case comp, case comp. Where does this come from? Man, stir case comp. Strings.h, of course. Of course. String.h and strings.h obviously both exist. Okay, what else are we missing? We're missing printf, obviously. We're missing stir case comp. Didn't I just fix this? diwad. So this guy just, it doesn't include strings.h. Is like another standard header supposed to include him? Man string.h, is he like going to include strings.h automatically? Nope. Maybe this guy is? I wonder where this guy's supposed to get him from. I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess we'll just make string.h include strings.h. Even though that's like maybe not right, it just like dodges this problem. And where does stir dupe come from? This comes from string. So that's here. We can just whomp, copy paste this guy. What else is he missing? Stir comp. Also string.h. What else are we missing? Wow, what the fuck did I just fuck up? Storage class specified for parameter int 8. Whoa, oh, I just didn't, I didn't semicolon it. Oops. We're missing printf. Is this fun? Just copy pasting things. Whee! But eventually we'll get to somewhere interesting. I promise. I promise. Hopefully there aren't like a million of these. Implicit declaration of function free. So std.lib is supposed to provide free. Okay, so which means almost certainly he's gonna want malloc. Almost certainly. Oops. No, where is my... I guess my copy-paste with tmux isn't working correctly. That's annoying. So we just copy-paste this in here. And GCC again. We're close. Stir cur. He doesn't like. And I don't know if I were to replace this with like normal GCC, does he have those same warnings about like... Yeah, okay. So these are normal. These sign compare ones, so we don't have to worry about that. But this stir car warning is not normal. So we'll just look up stir cur, which is probably this one. Alrighty. Oops. So he still does. Oh, stir R car. Maybe that's not what I copy pasted. Okay, there we go. Cool. Cool. We're getting closer. So if I cargo build again, certainly it still won't compile. So he's mad that in standard lib, we didn't include def.h, so we didn't have the size t macro. Now this guy's bitching about math.h. Very cool. So we'll include math.h. And okay, so these are normal. Mem copy is missing, so that comes from string.h. Man string.h, mem copy. Here's his definition. We copy paste him again. This goes here, I guess. We try to build again. He's missing rename f open. So we have like f open, rename, f close, remove. Okay, so man 3 remove probably. Wow, I've never seen this before. I didn't know that the C standard library had like a delete function. Okay, so stdio.h, we need remove. We need man rename. Oops, man 3 rename probably. This also is stdio.h. And I know that f open and f close are in here too. So you have f open and f close. Now we don't have support for files. Like we don't have like a file system in our thing. So probably we're gonna have to implement these in like some crazy hacky way. But that's okay. That is okay. We'll tackle that when we get there. Okay, so we're just missing a to I and ftel. All right, so here is ftel and man a to I. Where does he come from? Standard lib. All right. Oops, he doesn't like that I didn't put a semicolon there. And we're also missing abs. And 3 abs. Here we go. I wonder what, like, if there's like an uber efficient implementation of abs. Because, man, I would think that's simple. But I guess we'll see. We will see when we get there. Hopefully, we're starting to cover most of what they need. Ooh, they're looking at unistudy. Puts unistudy. We're missing. What else? What else? S and printf. Oh, we're also missing some of these like format specifiers. All right. All right. So I guess we need to include unistd.h. And we'll build again. And I guess, we probably want, I was gonna say we want we want like to error out on implicit function declarations, but they'll definitely error out when we get to the linking stage anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. No, we do want that. So we should say, in our build script, we should just add a flag to this. How do I like add compiler flags to this in my like CC thing? One of these things just has to be a flag. Yeah, nice. So here we can just write flag w error equals implicit function declaration. So hopefully that will like actually fail if we cargo build. Yeah. No, this is still warning. Do I need to say, oh, this is built-in declaration mismatch. So can I say built-in declaration mismatch as well to get actual errors there? Error, incompatible, nice. Noise. Okay. We're getting closer. We're moving. All right, that's lots of errors. Very nice. Okay, so we're looking for mem move, exit, stir and case comp, and is space. So in ctype.h, we have is space. We have man3 exit is from standard lib. I didn't know about this no return type thing either. That's kind of cool. We need stir and case comp, which comes from strings.h, obviously. Obviously. Why wouldn't I know that? And did we get mem move? No. Which comes from string.h. Man, this is gonna be a lot longer than one stream. I thought this was gonna be like quick and dirty. But very clearly not. What the fuck? Maybe no return isn't defined. I'll just do this. Alright. Cool. That file is building now. What's wrong with this one? Oopsies. Oh my gosh. There we go. He's complained about 2 upper. Yeah, so this comes from here. C type 2 upper. This guy, what's he bitching about? Puts and F flush. All right. Man 3 F flush. So this guy comes from student.io, of course. And is puts also stdio? Yep. All right. Oh. That looked like we got a lot farther. But maybe I'm just getting hopeful. Oh my god, how many functions could you possibly use? doomgeneric. Well, how dare you use the standard library, you know? You know? So you have system, we have vf and f. Who the fuck is calling Zenity? Why? What are you doing? That's like the GNOME file picker, right? Am I high? That's so crazy. iSystem. So is this like using... Are these actually used anywhere directly? They must be. That's crazy. Who's calling Zenity available and why? Open a native error box. Oh, gross. So this is like really just assuming that I have either Win32, OS X, or Linux. That's very strange. If orig code SEL quit, else this. Is orig code defined? Looks like no. Are there other things in this config that I should be fixing before any of this? Okay, wait a second. Have mmap, have Linux, have libc. Interesting. Interesting. Looks like nothing in here is too fancy, though. Ooh. Wait a second. Can I undefine these and have this still compile? That might be a lot easier than trying to implement this stuff. Have stdint h. Who's anybody in the whole project using these? No. So why does this matter? Generated by configure AC by auto header. This guy's not using auto tools, right? So he's probably just copy pasted a configuration header and assumed that these things are true. Lame. Lame. I was hoping that we could get away without strings.h. Oh well. It makes sense that they're using this shit. Alright. What else we missing? VFPrintf system put car. Okay. So put car has this guy, which I guess we'll put down here somewhere. Man, VFPrintf has this guy. I'm pretty sure that we're going to be able to dodge anything related to file IO if we're just trying to like get the game working. But I guess we need to stub the functions just in case. And man3 system. This comes from standard lib. All right. Oh. Didn't I fix that one already? VFPrintf in stdio. VFPrintf. So why is he mad? Implicit declaration of VFPrintf. That's very... Oh, because VA list is not defined? Why do these guys take VA list? That's weird. Include std arg h. I thought that the ... dots created this guy like automatically, but I must be misremembering something. So man VA list. This comes from VA list. Yeah, where does VA list come from? Handle variable argument list. What the hell? Where is this supposed to come from? VA list, CPU reference. So we typed up something as a VA list. In practice, a unique built-in type or car star. Suitable for holding information needed by the macros. VA copy. Oh, I see. I see. So this guy needs in std arg. Didn't I just make that guy? Include std arg h. We need to pragma once and type def r star VA list. Because that's what this guy said to do. And then presumably somebody's going to try to use those like VA start, VA end. Yeah, that's great. Great, great. That's going to be annoying to implement, I feel like. But maybe we could dodge it. I assume that there's actually a lot of stuff that we're like stubbing out here. That we'll actually be able to get away with not implementing. Implicit declaration of why doesn't it like this? This is an include std arg.h. He doesn't like that va start doesn't exist. Unknown type name arg n. Oh, do these have to be defines? Let's see. I want the C version of this. There we go. And what the hell? Oh, VA start macro. So until I see. So until C23, this is implemented as a macro. Afterwards, it was implemented as a variadic function. All right. Param n is declared with register storage class specifier. Only the first argument passed to VA start is evaluated. Any additional arguments are neither expanded nor used in any way. If param n is declared with register storage class specifier with an array type. So how the fuck am I supposed to implement this thing? It has to be a macro, right? Because it's like taking in a type. So I guess this becomes like define VA start this. Can I just like define it to nothing for now until I figure out what the hell I want? Because I don't really know what I want to do here yet. I think this is legal. I guess we'll see. So this is VA arg AP type, and this is VA end, and he takes in a AP. There we go. Arg pointer is used on initialize. Ugh, right, that makes sense. So VA list arg pointer. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine for now. We'll figure it out when we get there. Cargo build. I just want to get compiling so that we can start crashing and then we can like start looking at what the problems are. But this is actually taking a lot longer than I thought it was going to. Oh my god. Man 3 error no H. Man 2 error no H. Really? Who defines this guy? Error no dot H. Is this part of the C standard? No. Who the fuck is using this guy? Config. What's he doing? no.h. Does he even need him? Like, if I just comment this out, is it fine? Yeah, weird. He doesn't have anyone who's using Erno, so it's a weird include. But that's fine. So we have scanf. So let's write these down. We have scanf, a2f. Anything else we're missing? Nope. So let's look at stdio. We need scanf like this. And we need man a2f, which comes from stdlib.h. Jeez, this is going to be an undertaking. All right. Cargo billion. Please, please, I want to be at the end of this. How far in are we? We're at M fixed. Oh my god, we're like halfway. But I assume that this will get easier as we go because we've implemented so many, we've like stubbed out so many functions already. Okay. So we need int 64t. Is that it? It does look like it. Int types and let's man int 64t. Where does this come from? Int 64t. Oh, here we go. Int 64t is probably just like long or something. Int 64t x86. Yeah, I think it's just long. So here, long is int 64t. We'll have to validate these later. Or maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just ignore any issues that come from this. Okay. We'll see. Because really, we're doing this just for a meme, so it doesn't have to be perfect. We can get away with a lot. QL prompt format function. Oh my god, what is he bitching about? Oh, we'll just need fread. But what does this say? In function, blah blah blah. QL prompt note format defined here. S and printf. Oh, they're just claiming that the size output is wrong. Whatever. That's probably an existing bug. What's the fread implementation? This bad boy. All right. Okay. I guess we'll put this over here next to. Nope, we want this next to the file stuff. So that's down here. All right, so we're back to compiling on that file, and please. Music. Oh, he's got Erno again. Erno. I'm just gonna comment this out and see if we actually need it. Ooh, and he wants sysstat. I wonder why. What's he doing with sysstat? That's annoying. What? That they're just like assuming that I have this shit. I wonder what they're using it for. I guess we'll see if we comment out. Oh yeah, he actually is using Erno in there. That's annoying. Make dir. All right. Fine. I guess we will make include erno.h and we'll just say like define erno 0. Right? If there's I guess we'll make say extern int erno. I'm pretty sure that's how it's supposed to work. And then we also have to make include sys and edit include sys stat.h. And what was the other thing that was including? Sys types.h. Damn. This is expanding in scope at a rapid pace. Hi, how are you usually running the OS? Yeah, so you've come in at a really boring time where we're just copy pasting functions around. But usually, if I run this guy, I guess I can't run right now. Let's see. Is there an easy way to demo this? We'll quickly commit and get checkout one back and cargo run. Fuck. Just hold on. git checkout doom, git add build rs, git add doom generic, git commit -m, smiley face, and git checkout one back. Now this should be able to run. So this launches a QEMU virtual machine, and we've like got like a little demo going, little demo OS. If you like jump back to the beginning of the VOD, you should be able to see like, you know, I go over like what the features are. All right. But what we're doing right now is we're just trying to integrate this like external software that assumes we have the standard library in. And so we're just like kind of copy pasting function definitions around to the point where we can compile so that we can see where we crash when we implement all of those functions really shitty, so that we can like see if we can actually run Doom. That's the plan for the day. Okay, so we've made it around halfway through the files. This guy's complaining because what's he missing? What's he missing? He is missing make dir fseek stir fwrite and stir and comp, stir and copy. Jesus Christ. And our VA arg stuff is wrong. VSN printf. Alright. Alright. That's annoying. Okay, where does this guy come from? Man3 make dir. From sysstat. Alright. Sysstat. And here we pull in make dir. And then we need fseek, which comes from std.io. Ooh. We have man3fwrite as well. All right. Man3 stir from string.h. How do you plan to implement these guys? As Rust C exports or just in C? I think most of them probably as Rust exports. But it depends. I'm not sure if like the variadic stuff is like going to work is the only thing. But it might. It might. So we're looking for stir and copy now, which also comes from string.h. And VSN printf. And this is from std.io, probably. Okay. So now if I try to compile this guy again, I think the only thing he's going to bitch about is these like VARG stuff. Oh, he's missing some error definitions as well as make dir. I thought I got make dir already. Didn't I put him in sysstat.h? I did. So he must be usually transitively included by someone. Oh, he's missing a mode T. What the fuck is a mode T? Mode T. And where is he supposed to be defined, I wonder? Sys types.h. Sys types.h, and we're supposed to have type def mode T is like, we'll just make him an int for now, I guess. It shall be an integer type. Nice. Nice. Okay, so I guess in our stat.h we need to include sys types.h. And we need to define some of these things in Erno. E is dir. And we also need seek end and seek set. So we need E is dir, seek end, seek set. E is dir. Where does this come from? Probably Erno. Almost certainly, right? Man 2 Erno. Man 7 Erno. Where do I, like... I remember somewhere it, like, lists all of these. And what their numbers are. But I can't remember what the man page is. Man 7 Erno is where I've looked at this before, I thought. Man 3 Erno. Man 2 Erno. No, I don't remember where the list Erno list is. Erno list man page. But like this doesn't say their numbers. I want their numbers. See also error. No. I swear I've seen a man page that lists all the numbers. Erno number list man page. I could have sworn. I could have sworn. Oh well. So I guess we'll just use the same errors. E is dir 21. So in Erno.h we'll define E is dir to 21. Where does seek end and seek set come from? Seek end. I guess we'll look up something CPP reference. I want the C version. And here. Argument to fseek implement. So I guess we'll just define these somewhere. Probably in stdio.h, and we'll just define seek end to be like 3, seek set to be 2, and seek cur to be 1 or something. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Unless they're supposed to be ORed together. If the stream opens in binary mode, blah, blah, blah. If the file is origin is seek set from the current position. If this origin is seek cur. Yeah, okay, so they're not bit masks. We're chilling. Okay. So this guy still isn't compiling? What am I missing still? Oh, the VAR shit. God damn it. So stdr.h. I wonder if there's like a reference I can look at. Is there like a sample implementation? This looks like what I want. Yeah, sure. That's a fine enough copy paste for now. There's an unstable Rust feature for taking CVA args. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. And I'll just put fix me. I don't know what I copy pasted here. So it looks like they're defining the args as like... so they're casting everything to a car star and then casting it back depending on the type. That makes sense. That makes sense. And now this compiles. Noise. Noise, noise. Oh, we're at the P's now. How far in is... We're at P save G. Hey, that's pretty good. We're like almost there. I bet you P stands for platform too, so I bet you that like the render stuff is going to work fine. We can dream. We can dream. So what's the guy complaining about? Int pointer, that's an easy fix. Oh, nice, it's just int pointer. Let's go. Man, int pointer t comes from stdint.8. And we just have to define this int pointer t. I don't really know what this is supposed to be. Void star value can be converted to this type and back. According to the C language standard, it should be capable of storing values in the range int pointer min, int pointer max. The length modifier for printf family of functions, blah 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 blah. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just make it. I guess since we're on 32-bit, we can just say int is an int pointer, and that should be valid. All right. All right. An integer type that can store a pointer without truncation. Yeah, so if we're on 32 bits, I think int 30, like a 32-bit int is fine. Okay, we're missing include assert.h, pragma once, and presumably he's going to try to use the assert macro. No? All right, that's cool. I don't mind. Come on, baby. Oh, we're so close. We're so close. We're in the V's now. We're in the V's, baby. So we're missing fabs, which is just in math.h. So man fabs. And math.h pragma once. It's crazy this is the first time I've actually needed something for math.h. Cool. Come on, baby. We're so close. We're so close. Realloc. All right. Man, realloc. What's this guy? All right. Oops. Did I fuck up? I didn't put a semicolon there. Oh! We're so close, we're so close, we're so close. Wad.c. So he wants calloc. All right. I won't complain. Are we there? Almost. Oh, what? Input? I thought that we were past... Are these not going in order? Oh, no, if they're not going in order, I'm so upset. No, I had so much false hope. Well, that's okay. Cargo build. Oh, okay. So we have now compiled and probably, oopsies, what did I just do? I've never pressed this button before. Huh. Looks like it rotates my Tmux windows. Interesting. I've never pressed that one before. Okay, so if I look at my target, debug, build, somewhere in here, I think I should get depths, maybe? Incremental build. Somewhere I should find Doom generic input. Here. Yeah. So here, as part of the build of our kernel, we've built libdoom that has all of the like Doom functions in it. And so what we should be able to do now is if we go into like kernel, how do we want to do this? So if I go to kernel, no, it's in main.rs, and I look at like an example of, I think it's Doom generic readme. Here I should be able to do this like Doom generic create and Doom generic tick. And if I like start up kernel main and I say Doom generic create, and I pass in an argc of 1 and a argv of null, or pointer null. And I guess I have to say, I have to like define what this function is. We're going to have like an extern c doom generic create, who's going to take in a i32 and a car, do I have to put the name here? I probably do. So we'll say like argc is a i32 and argv is a const car star. No. What's the... I've already forgotten my Rust syntax. Jesus. Const U8. Double pointer to a U8. And this is a function. Okay, so if I build now, what happens? So he gets angry, presumably because I'm not linking to the right thing. Ah, yeah, so now that we're trying to use the Doom generic functions, we're now trying to link this static library, and he's being like, holy shit, man, there's so many undefined references. You just told me that I have all of these things, and then you didn't implement them, and now I'm angry. Okay, so I guess we'll kind of bookmark this as like a point in time where we at some point in time started stubbing out headers for build. And we are now at stub out implementations for build. And we'll say this is like 21 minutes in, 1 hour and 21 minutes in. Okay, so what's the play here? I guess maybe we take everything that we implemented, we take all of our headers, and we'll make like, we'll add one more C file, we'll generate all like shitty stubbed versions of the functions, and then that will like crash our kernel. And once we crash the kernel, then we can start like working through spot by spot where they're actually called. So yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So we'll make a new build as well that takes in fake libc.c. And we'll compile it as fake libc. And we could use this to generate Rust subs or write them manually. Yeah, I'm okay with writing them manually. I've used those like bindings generators before, which are useful in some cases, but I've found that writing them manually is like fine, and I've often had like complexity in like getting the tooling to work correctly. So I'm okay with just stubbing them out as I need them by hand. But first, let's go into the include directory and just, oh my god, there's so many functions. And just start like copy pasting in all of these into one file. And then I'll like macro out stubbing definitions for them all. So I guess mset, mcopy, and mmove we probably have implementations for already. We'll have to be careful about duplicate implementations. But that's okay. All right, this actually isn't. This actually isn't so bad. Probably. I don't know. We'll see. That's probably all of them. We'll see. I guess we've probably missed a few actually, but that's okay. So I'll kind of reformat these so that they're all single line, which will make making a Vim macro to handle this a little bit easier. Join this guy, join this guy. Okay, so these are all one line now, and what I can do now is I can just say, I guess each of these guys is going to panic and say that it's unimplemented, is probably what I want to do. So I want to go yank this word into a buffer, implement him as panic. Oops, I don't want to paste like that. I want to say panic paste the thing from the buffer, and write unimplemented. Unimplemented. Oops. Okay, so I fucked up the macro, so we'll try this again. We'll say I go forward a word. I copy the word into a buffer. We implement the function. And I say panic. Paste the buffer. And write unimplemented. And then go down a couple lines. There we go. Anything that returned a void star was just fucking broken, but that's okay. We'll go back and patch this up. That's pretty funny. Alright, almost there. Almost there. Okay. So anything that's a star and implementer, just a mem set, mem copy, mem move, stir dupe, stir, stirker, stir archer, stir and copy. Oh my lord. Malloc, calloc, realloc. Malloc, calloc, reallocate. I think everything else in here is fine. So certainly now the linker is going to get mad about something else, but we're close. So in function, oh, we have warnings about return of non-void function, but that's okay. Where's like the actual error here? That's all I really care about. Because really this like panic is going to crash the OS anyway, so it doesn't matter. We're missing some includes. Include stdef.h, like, what else is it bitching about? Oops. Oh yeah, that is what I want. So, what else is he missing? What else is he missing? He's missing mode T. Where was mode T again? It was in sys types. All right. That compiled. Okay. So now if I build, we're probably going to have some of these functions I think we've already implemented in our kernel, so we might have like a duplicate function problem. Let's see. In function stir dupe, undefined reference to panic. Oops. Oopsies, oopsies. So, right, I need to make the function panic. So we'll say panic is a void panic, and he takes in a const char star. And in Rust, we'll just quickly say that extern pub extern c unsafe function panic. And I guess we should rename this to panic C or something, just so that there's no like name conflicting. And he takes in a S, which is a const U8 star. Sorry. Const U8 star like that. And we'll call panic. And we'll parse this as a C stir. I think so. So you have like core. Where does like C stir come from? Is that like available to me right now? This is like Rust like conversion from C strings to Rust strings. Yeah, core FFI C stir. Fucking sick. Sick, sick, sick. FFI C stir. And how do I construct him? From pointer. So we'll say let s equal this. And can we panic with that? I think you have to like do it like this, where you panic with a format string and then you put this guy in it. Cargo check. Oh, great. He doesn't like that for some reason. Oh, because I'm not building with the right fucking compiler. Okay, you could just assume to get a C star instead of a U8. I don't think that they have the same data layout, do they? Maybe they do. Fix me. This should not be represented as DSC, but rather with a C star along with some star marker. I'm okay with just doing the conversion. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. So C star cannot be formatted, so probably have to like convert him somehow into something that I can format. What does he implement? 2 bytes? 2 bytes with null. Yeah, okay. 2 stir. This is what I want. So I say, 2 stir unwrap. Why? Oh my god, stop bitching at me, compiler. I just want to start crashing. I want to start dying. Oh, so he wants a const I8, not a const U8. That makes sense. Oh! We got closer, I think. I think we're back to... I think we just missed a few function definitions. Undefined reference to std error. Okay. So we should start writing... We should write these down somewhere. We have mem copy, so duplicate implementations of mem set, mem copy, and mem move. We have missing references to is space and friends. Undefined references. So we missed an include somewhere. And we're missing we're also missing stood it out. And oh, undefined reference to panic C? Why? Didn't we implement this? We should have just implemented this. Okay. Oh, maybe I have to write no mangle here. Oops. Oopsies, oopsies. Okay, so we'll get rid of this like mem copy. These guys are already implemented in my kernel, and so like if I try to implement them here and stub them out, the version they'll be like, oh, there's 2 of them. Which one do I fucking use? So we'll just delete those. That's fine. We're missing is space and friends, which comes from this. So we just need to do these implementations for is space and 2 upper. And we also need to default like create standard error, standard out, and stuff. Which I guess we'll just define as null for now. So we'll say file star std err equals null, and std out is null. And I think that should be fine. Okay, what's he bitching about? Are your current implementations compatible with the C one? No idea. Yes, they have to be. Yeah, they have to be. My memmove and memset ones, they have to be because the Rust standard library uses them. So that's why we implement them in the first place. The hell? Cargo build? Should this not rebuild? If they are not, I'll get memory corruption instead of panics. Yeah. I'm aware. Thanks though. Good catch. So he's missing is space and 2 upper, but didn't I just fix these in function? I put these in here. Is space and 2 upper are now in here. I wonder if I have to like if there's a problem with like rerunning the build. I guess I'll clean and build again, which is like kind of annoying, but maybe there's like a build issue in here. I hate it when that happens, but we'll see. Give it a sec. In function 2 upper. So these are warnings. But it doesn't like what I've added to fake libc. So can I find the actual fucking error? Oh, it's because I put a colon instead of a semicolon on these, so it just didn't compile at all. That's probably why it was broken. It's because it was like trying to compile. You seem to be missing some DG prefix functions. Are you missing a C file from doomgeneric? No, I'm missing the implementation of things that I have to implement for doomgeneric. We'll get there in a sec. Yes, we're missing DG init, DG get tick milliseconds, no. So we have no, DG get ticks ms, DG init, DG sleep ms, DG get key, DG draw frame. I guess I can just call these DG functions. And I also fucked up the panic macro here. These should be panic C. Okay. And I guess for now, I'll just copy paste the doomgeneric xlib. What we can probably do is we can just copy paste these DG function definitions into my fake libc for now, which is not the right place for these, but that's okay. That's okay for now, because I will fix these as I go. We're just trying to get like a starting point so that we are compiling, and then we'll start seeing the program fail, crash, whatever. And we can move on from there. Okay. Hopefully this compiles now. Hopefully. But it doesn't. What am I missing? It looks the same. Didn't I? Interesting. Did I not? There must be a bug in my build RS. Because, like, this should be working. Oh, there we go. That's better. So he's failing to compile because unknown type name uint32t. That makes sense. So here I need do I define that somewhere? I must have. So probably in include, what is it, studdef probably? Studdef.h. Nope, int types and studint. Yeah. There we go. There we go. So he compiles now, and I can probably build, hopefully, this whole thing now. What doesn't he like? Undefined reference to these DG functions, but they're in, I put them in fake libc. Oh, oops, I put them as declarations, not definitions. Oops. Come on, this is the last one. Oh, and there's a bug in my build RS, probably stopping this from working. Yeah. Annoying, annoying, annoying. But, okay, we built. That's very sick. So now, since we've built, we just want to put this, like, doomgeneric init somewhere sane. I guess after the kernel is initialized is, like, a fine spot for it. And let's see if we see one of the panics that we expect to see. Oops. I forgot to... I have to set this environment variable when I run. But we can probably assume that something's bad is going to happen when we try to run dgcreate. Sick. Okay, so that's a lot more fucked than I wanted it to be. This is QEMU being like, yo, we're really fucked. Okay, so let's try to debug. How do we start? Like, where do we even start here? GDB equals 1 to try to get, like, QEMU to run the debugger. And then we'll try to, like, pop open our GDB, link to the kernel, and see if we can, like, get a feel for where we're starting to go, like, hella wrong. So let's just set a, like, sane breakpoint here. The line where we start trying to do doom generic-y type of shit. And I guess the other place that we're going to want is we're going to want to look at the panic section as well. And maybe this panic as well. And we can pop open GDB. And, oops, I have to start open my development environment. Give it a sec. And let's see if we actually hit anything. So we did. Okay. That's pretty funny. All right. Okay. So we've just got like an infinite recursion going on because the implementation of C string from pointer looks for the length of the string, and our implementation of strlen just like fails because it's like, I don't panic. So we're just like going back and forth forever. So the easiest thing to do here is go into our, just like implement a strlen. So we'll say, let's implement strlen. And this takes in a string of const i8 and returns a i64 probably. And we'll just no, it's a usize. Sorry. There we go. And I guess we just say, let's try to find the first 0 in here. So s-iter, oh, we can't do s-iter. We do, since this is a pointer, we have to go, let I equal 0. This is where we are. We say, while, we just loop forever. And, we say, s-add I, if this equals 0, return I. Else, I plus equals 1. Cool. Let's try again. So we cargo run. Oops, we forgot to no mangle this bad boy. And somebody failed because we have a duplicate definition of strlen. Because fake libc isn't getting recompiled. What is the, like, rerun? Is it, like, build rs rerun if changed? I think is what I'm supposed to do. God, we'll just fix this now because it's getting really fucking annoying. So we'll just say if fake libc changed, please rerun me. And I thought that this is supposed to, like, this, like, CC thing. I thought he was supposed to automatically handle that, but I guess not. Okay. So now we try again. And see what we see. malloc unimplemented. Let's go. Okay, so I think all of our functions are stubbed, and now we have to start, like, actually implementing stuff. So we'll say actually implement functions. Okay, so malloc's easy. We have a global allocator. So we have here, oh god, do I have this open twice again? We have an allocator, and our allocator implements, it implements what we need it to implement. So really, if we look at what our the Rust standard library, sorry, the Rust alloc library, it uses our global allocator already by default. And so if I just, like, allocate stuff using Rust's default types, that should give us what we need. So if I go to, like, Where am I looking? I can't remember. libc. We implement malloc. So we'll look at fake libc as our inspiration. And we'll take this. And we'll punch this guy here. And we'll say no mangle pub unsafe extern c function malloc. He takes in a size, which is a u size, and he returns a mute void c void core fi c void. There we go. So we just call our allocator, which I think it just comes from alloc. And we need to pass in a layout. Now, I don't know if malloc has any restrictions on alignment. I would assume not. So we'll say let layout is equal to alloc layout. And we're missing structure fields of size and alignment. So our size is just the size. And align is alloc align layout. No, alignment. Where's the alignment come from? Oh, core. This is from core. So we have a core pointer alignment new. And do we have any like needed alignment? Maybe we'll just align to 4 just in case, right? But because we know that that's like the alignment needed for any access. And we'll alloc for this layout. And what does this guy return? He returns a mute u8. So I guess we can just say, like, pretend this returns a mute u8, and I think that everything will just work. On the C side, they'll think it's like a void pointer, but that's okay. And then here we delete this guy. And then for free, I guess we're almost certainly going to need free as well, so we'll just shove this in here too. So this takes in a mute u8. And he returns nothing. And he'll just say alloc, what's the opposite? Dealloc. Here we go. And he takes in a pointer and a layout. So we know that the layout... Wait, what the fuck? This function forward calls to global allocator dealloc of the global... What the fuck? So that's confusing because I don't know how I would have a layout associated with this guy yet. Oh, but we don't use him. So we don't care. That's pretty funny. Surprising, but fine. So we'll just say layout default for our layout and default, I guess. And the pointer is the pointer. Cool. Cool. So let's try running it again, and hopefully we'll get somewhere else. But we failed to compile. And we have to skim through like a billion warnings, which is very cool. So there's no default here. This guy's supposed to be an optional alignment. Or sorry, we have to unpack the option. And so here we'll say unwrap. And I guess we'll just create the same layout here, even though it's not used. Which is going to be ripe for error in the future, but I don't care. Where we failed. Nowhere? What's it complaining about? Oh my god. Okay, grep-v. We don't want anything that starts with warning. Fuck off. And let's redirect the output. Thank God. Oh, because alignment new doesn't exist. How am I supposed to make an alignment? Alignment in the Rust standard library. What am I supposed to do? This is a nightly only. Okay, so I guess I just need to enable this. Otherwise, I like literally can't make this function. And in libc, I have this guy is size 0, I guess. Which we just need to put something in there. These are private fields, so I have to actually use the layout type constructor. So we just call from size align. Oh, which means that I actually don't need that feature. That's cool. So we say layout from size align, and he will just point in size 4. And here we'll punch in 0, 4. Or maybe we'll punch in 4, 4, 4. I don't know. We'll see. This is something that could fail, so we unwrap him for now because we're cutting corners because this is a fucking meme, which we're doing a lot of work for. But that's okay. It's fun. This is fun, right? We're having fun. So we compile. This guy boots. We try to run him in GDB again just to see where we fuck up. And he says put car unimplemented. Very cool. Very cool. So what the fuck is put car supposed to do? Man, put car. So he writes to a file. Put car writes to standard output. So fuck it. Fine. I guess we could implement it. But we don't really, like, you know, in reality, we could just not as well. Recently seen your YouTube vids, but you're live, super chill. Entertain content, thanks dude. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. Okay. So let's implement this put car guy. It's weird that his input is an integer. But okay. What's his return type supposed to be? Put C. Put C. Put C. Implement as a macro, which evaluates stream more than once. And what is he supposed to return? Return value is the character written unsigned car cast in. Alright. Alright. So he takes in I32, sticks out an I32. And here we just say, we have like create IO printer, I think. We'll just like info log it. We can't info log it because sorry, brain's melting. We can't info log it because we're only supposed to print one character, and info logs will always put a new line, so we can just call print with C as car, I guess, and return C. Okay, fuck it. And then our fake libc just gets rid of put car. All right, let's see what the next failure is. I guess we can stop running in GDB because we're just gonna like have like really obvious crashes. He doesn't like C as car, so can we do C as I8 as car or something? Is that legal? No, he doesn't like that either. Can I not cast an int to a car? Cast int to car rust. I thought this was valid. U8 car from digit. No, that's not what I want. He's allowing U8 to cars. So can I do like this? Yep. Sick. Puts unimplemented. We're close. Well, we're not close. We're really far. But we're at least moving forward. So puts takes in a string, which is a const car, and he returns nothing. And this is just the same. We say print and we say we need to parse this string. So we say C stir core FFI C stir from pointer S to stir unwrap. I'm pretty sure that's what we did last time. From pointer he doesn't like because he's got car here, but this should be an I8. Cool. And we've got multiple definition of puts because we have this like broken version over here. Give it a sec. Oh, we're running. Sick, we compiled. And now, printf unimplemented. Hey, and that's pretty cool. We got a log. Very, very sick. Is put supposed to put a new line at the end? And a trailing new line. It is. So this puts should be print line, not print. And I already forgot what I was complaining about. Printf unimplemented. So, I guess the question is, do I want to implement printf? And the answer is like, I really fucking don't. And do I really even care about puts and put car? Like, no, like it's gonna log. Do I care? Probably not. So, maybe I'll just for now just say, it would be interesting is to write the format string at least. Right? Because then at least I'll have indication that something was supposed to happen. And if I actually care about it later, I can like look. But for now, we'll just say, you will just put the format string here, and we'll ignore any actual writing you were going to do. Right, so like stuff like this. Using S for configuration and saves. Like, okay, first of all, I don't have a file system, right? So it complaining that makedir is unimplemented is like, well, maybe whoever is writing this stuff, like, should, you know, screw off. So let's see who's doing that. Using S for configuration and saves. So it would be nice to completely disable this, right? Like, I just want to like say like, fuck off, the file system doesn't exist. But we need to do it in a way where it won't like fuck up the rest of the program. But it looks like for some reason this program that has save files assumes that I have a file system. How dare they? How dare they? Get save game dir. So we should probably start seeing like who actually uses this guy. And do they like null check him? This is like a global, so I need to look at save game dir and see if like anybody use this guy raw. He's like a string join. SN per def. Yeah, it looks like they are going to actually try to use him. So I guess, how do I want to handle this? I guess I'll just, when they make dir, just do nothing. We'll just write fuck you as a comment here. I have no file system. And probably, like, I can't imagine that having negative effects if I also just disable any file IO, right? Like, they're certainly later going to try to write somewhere, and we'll also just ignore that, right? We don't care. We don't care. Stir comp unimplemented. That's pretty easy. So I think that in our libc, we can probably implement stir comp as a function of memcomp. Right, so we'll just say stir comp takes in string 1 and string 2, I think. And no size. And I'm assuming that the memcomp and stir comp outputs are the same. I'm not going to check because I want bugs to happen. Fuck, I guess I'll fucking check. I guess I'll fucking check. So the return value is an integer less than equal or greater than 0. If S1 is found. Functions return an integer less than, equal to, or greater than 0, respectively, to be less than, to match, or greater than S2. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's the same thing as memcomp. So I guess we'll just say let S1 len is str len S1. And S2 len is str len S2. And then we can just say memcomp S1, S2. And min, we want the minimum of S1 len and S2 len. I think. What happens if they're different sizes, actually? I actually don't know. Let's read the man page. So, function compares the two strings S1 and S2. Locale is not taken into account, thank God. The comparison is done using unsigned integers. Start comp returns an integer indicating result of the comparison. But what if there are different lengths? The str n comp compares only the first n bytes. I'm assuming that if the lengths are different, then they would return something. Oh, here. Here they're saying str1 is greater than str2 if it's longer. Okay. So here, so we'll say if the return value of memcomp is equal to 0, i.e. they were the same, we return if the lengths are the same, then we're good. So I guess here we'll say if it's not equal to 0, return comp. Else we say if S1 len is equal to S2 len, return 0. Otherwise we return S1 len is greater than S2 len. Maybe. We have to make sure we get that order right. Man str comp. So here they're saying string 1 is greater than string 2 with the value of 67. Oh, so they just zero pad. They zero pad the other one. Sure. So if S1 len is greater than S2 len, we return I guess we'll pull out the comparison length here. We'll say let comparison length is the minimum of these two. And I guess we don't even have to we do have to memcomp everything up to that point, because we're trying to find the first difference. And so if our S1 length is greater than S2 length, we say that the S1.add comparison length, we return the value of that thing. So we're assuming that it's different. And if S2 length is greater than S1 length, I guess it's the only other case, we return the negative value of S2 add that, I think. Because it has to be less than 0 if S2 is greater. Yeah, like this. Cool. Cool. That looks right. Probably. It looks right enough, maybe. And he doesn't like the I32 return. Right. This is as I32. As I32. There we go. Right, so memcomp takes in U8 pointers, so we'll just say as const U8. VSN printf unimplemented. So this one's going to suck. Because I think that that actually needs to be implemented. Because this gets output to a buffer. And we have to like take the inputs and like put them out there. That's so annoying. Can I dodge this? Like, when is this actually used? MV SN printf. I guess what we can do is we can breakpoint on v SN printf and see where it's called. Gross. Because I don't even know what this function does, honestly. I don't know what the V variants of these guys do. I guess they're like variadic VA list versions of these guys, because I think VA list probably is like a runtime checked list type instead of like the normal variadic functions, which are just like totally unchecked, and you just have to like hope to God that you got the thing right. I actually can't remember. The functions v are equivalent to the normal functions, except that they are called with VA list. These functions do not call the VA end macro because they invoke VA arg macro. The value of AP is still defined after the call. What the fuck is a VA list again? It's like variadic argument list, but I don't remember why this is different than variadic argument functions. It's been a while since I've done specifically this. This is like an edge case of C that maybe I've never written a function that is used this way. That also seems very possible. Okay. Well, let's think. I have to pee. And we've been just over 2 hours, and I think probably if we're going to have a lot more to implement. So I think probably what we'll do is I'm going to call it, come back tomorrow, and just keep going. I don't really know how long this is going to take. It looks like there aren't a huge amount of these, and a lot of these are pretty straightforward. I am a little concerned about these like printf style functions. I think that that'll be probably a little bit difficult to implement because you have to implement like the format string parsing. But other than that, I think it's probably not going to be too bad. So I think I'd probably guess, if we were to guess how much longer this is going to take, I would say probably 1 or 2 streams. And then we'll be running Doom, I hope. But that's just a guess, because it's hard to guess what you don't know. It's hard to predict what you don't know. You have unknown unknowns, you know? So, yeah, I think I'm going to call it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed what you were watching, I stream most days between 1 and 2 Pacific time. And I stream for like maybe sometime between 1 and 2 hours. Probably the next couple of days is going to be closer to 2. And if you miss stream, there's a YouTube channel linked in the Twitch description where all the VODs go. And if you're watching on YouTube and you want to pop in and say hi, there's like a Twitch link in the YouTube description. Yeah, I think I'll be back on tomorrow, just continuing on this path of implementing these libc functions. And hope to see Doom running soon. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. Bye!